Welcome to the first day of the biggest and normally the sunniest festival in the world. Unfortunately, I think the only accessory the celebrities are going to need tonight is a brolly and a Mac. However, one thing will be shining brightly, that is the stars. And this year the Cannes jury is headed up by the biggest filmmaker of them all. That's director Steven Spielberg. Now, behind me is one of the most famous and glamorous seafronts in all the world, believe it or not. Those tents and pavilions you can see at the moment, they're set up especially for all the parties over the next fortnight. And a lot of the celebrities actually stay in those hotels. Great excitement yesterday as a huge crowd gathered as we saw Eva Longoria and Hugh Laurie, of all people, arriving. And the streets are swelled with around 100,000 people. That's press, filmmakers, film marketeers, all eager to see the next big thing for the next couple of years in the film industry. Now, I can tell you that the paparazzi are already camping out because there's a lot of talent appearing in the 21 films competing for cinema's most prestigious prize, and that's the Palme d'Or. Now, one of the films that we're most eagerly anticipating is a biopic on the entertainer Liberace, and that's called Behind the Candelabra. It's made by Steven Soderbergh, and it's actually one of the first ever made-for-TV films that's ever been allowed to compete at Cannes, and we think that's because Soderbergh, a very prolific 50-year-old director, has recently announced his retirement from filmmaking. So the stars Matt Damon and Michael Douglas, they'll be flying in for the world premiere. Now, who else, you ask, can we expect to see over the next couple of weeks? Well, there'll be Clive Owen, Marion Cotillard, names like Kristin Scott Thomas, Audrey Tautou, who's holding tonight's ceremony, and a couple for the girls, Ryan Gosling, hopefully, and Justin Timberlake, who's in town to promote his new Coen Brothers epic. One of the biggest films, of course, is going to be The Great Gatsby, which is opening tonight. And there's going to be a huge opening night party that Beyoncé and Jay-Z are rumoured to be flying in for. The entire pavilion should be transformed into 1920s New York, which, of course, is the setting for the novel.
No amount of fire could challenge the fairy tale he had stored up in his heart.
Will you still love me when I